So many conservation acts and efforts out there, historically and even today, have underpinning them the idea of fencing people out and protecting those places from people. So there's this oppositional ethic. The people are the problem. The answer is to get rid of them and fence them out, literally. And what we're talking about is something radically different from that we're embracing the human and the natural, and that we need one another, and that we're actually good for one another. Colonization and an extractive ethic that had a completely different orientation to what our role here was really all about. And so what we're talking about is coming back home to ourselves and coming back home to this place. Not leaving it, not fencing people out of it, but embedding people within its beautiful bleeding heart. And healing that heart, healing our home, and in so doing, healing one another and our own sense of our belonging here. So one of the first things we did when we got together was actually blow up the word conservation. We decided that really wasn't the right word, that we like some of the ideas within it, conserving rather than wasting. But we really didn't like the idea of the set-aside, and we didn't even like the word anymore because it felt too weighted with the past. And that what we really want to do is set a new ethos for conservation, and maybe even a whole new word. And so the words that have been coming from our hearts and from our minds are things like homemaking, placemaking, celebration, inclusivity, responsibility, stewardship, stop breaking, start fixing. And the idea that this is an invitation, not a scold, that this is a work party where everybody has something to bring. The word potluck came up a lot. What does everyone like about a potluck? Well, for one thing, you're asked to bring something. You have a purpose. You have something to offer. That there's a real hunger out there for people to feel a sense of purpose in this moment, that there actually is something they can do, and that they're called to do it, and to do it with one another. Do we have the answer of what that thing is? Absolutely not. Do we have a prescription, a rule book, a thou shalt? No, because in a country as big as ours, as diverse as ours, both environmentally and in who our communities are, there's never going to be any one answer. But there are some principles, and one of them is show up. Bring what you have to bring. Something we've been talking about a lot together this weekend is the importance of joyfulness and a spirit of joy and playfulness in this work. We all have enough worry and drudgery in our lives. So you're not going to get any call out for that from us. What would you want to be asked to? What would sound worth your time in your busy life? What would be a true invitation? And in every instance of our various iterations of this has come the idea of joy and celebration. And honestly, rediscovery of one another, reconnecting with one another, getting outside of these narrow little too busy lives where we're not even connected to one another and we don't have a sense of common purpose, of homemaking, of placemaking together, of community. So the sorts of invitations we've been working with are invitations to a new vision, invitation to emergence of a new and better life, and each community determining that for itself, what that would look like. So those are some of the thoughts that have been coming to us, and always with a sense of delight, because we're talking about our earthly home, a place of incredible beauty and generosity, and we need to mirror that in our acts with one another. So as a working mainstream journalist at a newspaper, I'm acutely aware of what it means to be working in this time of profound change. It's a fearful time, and I think one of the things that I am most careful about is, number one, deep listening and empathic listening, and being very careful in the storytelling that I do that everybody counts and to hear all the voices. Because a lot of what I sense is people's fear of being left behind. That's not okay. This is not about exclusion or leaving anyone behind. For one thing, we need everyone and all of their skills and all of their presence and all of their hearts. Everybody counts and everybody gets heard. But to actually see the dignity and place holding of everyone.